Hello friends, this discussion will be on the flammability diagram for hydrocarbons. So before we begin with the diagram, there are two important definitions that we need to know. The first is the lower flammable limit or the lower explosive limit. Now the lower flammable limit or the lower explosive limit is defined as the concentration of hydrocarbon gas in air below which there is insufficient hydrocarbon to support and propagate the combustion. Now coming to the second definition, it is upper flammable limit or upper explosive limit. Now it is the concentration of hydrocarbon gas in air above which there is insufficient air to support and propagate combustion. Now the upper flammable limit and the lower flammable limit is different for different gases. Now in the chart below we can see that for propane the upper limit is 9.5 and the lower limit is 2.2. For butane similarly it is 8.5 and 1.9. So a standard value that is between 1% and 10% by volume has been accepted for hydrocarbons in general and for most oil cargoes. Now we'll come to the second part of the discussion where we will discuss how to draw the flammability diagram for general hydrocarbons. So friends, as you can see in this flammability diagram, the x-axis will represent the percentage of oxygen by volume and the y-axis will represent the percentage of the hydrocarbon by volume. So on the x-axis the maximum O2 that we can have is 21%, and on the y-axis we have taken the hydrocarbon percentage to be at a maximum of 15%. So the important points in this diagram are point A, point D and point E. These are the most important points. So for point D, at point D what we have is 10% of hydrocarbon. So the percentage of oxygen has to be 90% and the maximum percentage of oxygen that we can have is 21%. So the calculation you can see on the top part of the diagram, that is 21 into 90 by 100 is 18.9%. That is for a point on this diagram which has 10% of hydrocarbon, the corresponding quantity or the percentage of oxygen has to be 18.9%. Similarly, now that gives us the coordinate for the point D. Now at the same time for point A the calculation will be similar. For 1% hydrocarbon, 99% of the atmosphere has to be oxygen, and similar calculation can be done to find out the coordinates of point A. So when we have points A and D, we can join point A to point D and extend it beyond to point B. So at the same time at point E the oxygen is minimum, that is 11.5%, and hydrocarbon gas at this point has to be 1.5%. so that defines point E. The points A, D and E represent the flammable region. Now we will come towards the dilution of the hydrocarbon mixture. For the dilution part, if we consider a point F and we dilute the mixture with air, air will slowly replace the hydrocarbon gas till the mixture becomes 100% air. The concentration of hydrocarbon gas and oxygen will take the path FA. This path passes through the flammable range, and at some time during the dilution the mixture could explode if a spark was applied. We must try to avoid passing through the flammable range during dilution with air. Now to do this, the mixture is first diluted with inert gas along the line FH till a point H is reached below the critical dilution line. This is known by sampling and testing the tank atmosphere with gas measuring instruments. From H onwards, point H onwards, if oxygen or air is let in freely, the dilution is take place along the line HA. Now this HA line, if you can see it, does not pass through the flammable region. So this will not cause any danger of fire or explosion. Friends, I hope that you have been able to grasp the basic concepts for the construction of the flammability diagram. I hope that my video will be helpful for you in your preparations for exams. So please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks to all of you.